trying to think over here.
I'd like to know where the they got that photo of me with my short hair.
Top 8 Wildest Courtroom Moments of All Time. The hallowed halls of justice, typically characterized by decorum and order, have witnessed their fair share of astonishing and tumultuous moments throughout legal history. From explosive outbursts to unexpected confrontations, the courtroom, where the pursuit of truth and justice takes center stage, has become the backdrop for some of the most unforgettable incidents. In this exploration of the wildest courtroom moments of all time, we delve into instances where the boundaries of courtroom decorum were tested, revealing the raw emotions, unexpected confrontations, and dramatic turns that have left an indelible mark on legal proceedings. These extraordinary episodes not only captivated spectators within the courtroom, but also became fodder for public fascination as they unfolded in the unforgiving spotlight of justice. Number 8. Penelope Soto. Penelope Soto gained notoriety for an incident that occurred in a Miami-Dade courtroom in 2013. She was facing charges of possession of Xanax without a prescription, and her behavior during her initial court appearance drew widespread attention. During the hearing, Soto was disrespectful and dismissive towards the judge. When the judge set her bond at $5,000, Soto responded with a flippant remark, saying, "Adios." The judge took offense to her attitude and decided to increase the bond. Soto then flipped the judge off and used explicit language. In response to her behavior, the judge found her in contempt of court and sentenced her to 30 days in jail. However, the situation took an unexpected turn when Soto, realizing the gravity of her actions, began to show remorse. She apologized to the judge, and the judge decided to vacate the contempt charge and the 30-day sentence. The video of this courtroom exchange went viral, highlighting the consequences of disrespectful behavior in a legal setting. The incident serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of maintaining a respectful demeanor when appearing before a court. Number 7. Timothy Hall. In 2020, during Timothy Hall's arraignment for assault, he unexpectedly erupted in violence as he was leaving the courtroom. Hall struck a bailiff in the face with his cuffed hands, causing chaos to ensue. Additional bailiffs, including a 70-year-old military veteran named Don Webb, intervened to restrain Hall. Despite their efforts, a struggle ensued, resulting in everyone involved tumbling down when a table slid during the scuffle. Ultimately, Hall was successfully removed from the courtroom, but not without consequences. He faced additional charges of assault, and 3 bailiffs had to be hospitalized for evaluation and treatment, although fortunately, none sustained lasting injuries. Number 6. Tristan Lamoureux. In 2011, the courtroom atmosphere was charged during the sentencing of Tristan Lamoureux, who had been found guilty of murdering his wife. The victim's loved ones, including her brother, Jason Wilson, attended the proceedings. Wilson seized the opportunity to deliver an impact statement detailing the profound impact of the crime on him and his family. Initially composed, Wilson's emotions took a sudden turn towards anger as he addressed Lamoureux, who appeared indifferent and nonchalant in his chair. Amidst the tension, wary deputies anticipated trouble and moved to intercept any potential attack. However, defying expectations, Wilson managed to evade them, swiftly navigating around the table and heading directly for Lamoureux. Although an officer intervened to restrain Wilson before he could reach the defendant, a sense of satisfaction may have crossed Wilson's face as 2 bailiffs took forceful action, tackling Lamoureux to the ground, presumably in an effort to shield him from any harm. Number 5. Daniel Nicholson. Daniel Nicholson, an Australian facing weapons charges, held on to the hope of securing bail. However, his disappointment was palpable when the judge denied his request. Overcome with frustration, Nicholson, reportedly under the influence of drugs, escalated the situation dramatically. Defying courtroom norms, he climbed out of the prisoner dock, leaped onto a table, and engaged in a chaotic altercation with multiple security officers. The skirmish continued until Nicholson was subdued and pinned to the ground. Later, Nicholson expressed remorse, attributing his behavior to the influence of drugs. Unfortunately, this explanation did little to mitigate the consequences. A security officer had sustained a broken foot during the melee, and Nicholson's actions only served to strengthen the judge's resolve in deciding to keep him in custody. Number 4. Jonathan Roth. In 2016, prosecuting attorney Jonathan Roth faced an unexpected and perilous situation as he awaited the jury's deliberation in the case against Joshua Harding. While Roth may have been concerned about the trial's outcome, personal safety likely wasn't at the forefront of his mind. However, the dynamics abruptly shifted when Harding, the defendant, charged at Roth across the room, brandishing a makeshift knife. Fortuitously, a sharp-witted police detective who had been involved in Harding's case was present. Acting swiftly, he intercepted Harding's knife arm, allowing Roth to evade the imminent danger. With the assistance of another officer, Harding was brought under control. In the aftermath, Harding openly admitted that his intent was to kill Roth, although he did not provide a clear motive, unless it was an attempt to add an attempted murder charge to his existing offenses. The incident added an unexpected layer of danger to an already tense courtroom atmosphere. Number 3. Michael Madison. During the sentencing of notorious criminal Michael Madison, a dramatic incident unfolded when the father of his last victim, Van Terry, stepped forward to deliver a statement. Terry, who had tragically lost his teenage daughter Sherelda, initially maintained composure as he addressed the court. However, emotions took a drastic turn when he shifted his gaze from the judge to Madison, the unrepentant defendant. According to reports, Terry observed a disturbing sight. Madison was reportedly smiling, displaying a complete lack of remorse for his heinous actions throughout the lengthy trial. This sight proved too much for Terry to bear. In a sudden and unanticipated move, he propelled himself over the courtroom table, propelled by an overwhelming desire to administer his own form of justice to Madison. Quick-acting security officers intervened just in time to prevent any harm to the defendant. Despite the attempted assault, Madison remained seemingly indifferent, maintaining his smile even after being sentenced to death. The courtroom incident highlighted the profound emotions and intense atmosphere surrounding the sentencing of a notorious criminal. Number 2. Dale Williams. During the sentencing of Dale Williams, the man responsible for ending Anthony Dees' mother's life, a tumultuous scene unfolded in the courtroom. As Dees escorted his aunt forward in the courtroom, his proximity to Williams presented an opportunity that Dees seized without hesitation. In a sudden and determined move, he leaped over the table where Williams was seated and launched an assault on him. Despite the concerted efforts of multiple officers, Dees managed to grab Williams by the ankle chain and forcibly pull him out of his chair. Adding to the chaos, Anthony's brother, Jerome, joined the fray, skillfully evading several deputies. The two sons engaged in a fierce struggle on the courtroom floor with both the defendant and law enforcement officers. Meanwhile, their aunt passionately voiced her distress, pounding her fist on the lectern. The courtroom descended into disorder, with general chaos prevailing until the trio was eventually subdued. Anthony and Jerome Dees found themselves charged with contempt of court as a consequence of their disruptive actions during the sentencing proceedings. The incident underscored the intense emotions that can surface in such situations and the challenges faced by court officials in maintaining order. Number 1. Sidney Newsom. In a Mississippi courtroom, Sidney Newsom, a defendant being escorted out, made a regrettable decision by throwing objects at the presiding judge, Justice Aubrey Rimes. Despite being cuffed in front, Newsom managed to awkwardly grab loose items and hurl them in the judge's direction. Initially, Justice Rimes appeared unfazed by the minor disturbance. However, as Newsom escalated by throwing more serious items, the situation reached a tipping point. Justice Rimes, undeterred, took matters into his own hands. The seasoned judge stepped down from the bench, actively participated in pinning Newsom to a table, and maintained control until additional assistance arrived. The incident, caught on camera, quickly gained widespread attention, eventually going viral due to the surprising and unconventional turn of events in the courtroom. The episode served as a cautionary tale, emphasizing the consequences of disruptive behavior during legal proceedings. Conclusion: in the realm of the legal system, where order and protocol are held in high regard, the wildest courtroom moments serve as a reminder that human emotions and unpredictability can break through even the most solemn proceedings. From defendants throwing objects at judges to impassioned outbursts from victims' family members, these incidents stand as testament to the volatile nature of justice. As we conclude our journey through these remarkable episodes, it becomes evident that the courtroom, with its pursuit of truth and fairness, is not immune to the twists and turns of human drama. Each wild moment, etched in the annals of legal history, adds a layer of complexity to the broader narrative of justice, offering a glimpse into the raw, unscripted nature of the human experience within the confines of the courtroom walls. Would you like it? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channels for more interesting and informative videos.